Hello, good afternoon. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you hopping on in. It's good to see all of you. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Good to see all of you. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I got lots of stuff I need to do this afternoon, and I really appreciate the hearts and appreciate y'all coming on in. And while I do this introduction, y'all can come on in and invite your followers. This is gonna be, thank you, I appreciate it. This is gonna be a really quick word, all right? So, my name is Adeea Rogers, known online as a Trendy Socialite. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter, Trendy Socialite. You can also catch me on my website, AdeeaRRogers.com. AdeeaRRogers.com. So I started off doing natural hair YouTube videos, and then in 2011 I started doing live natural hair events in my area. 2012 I created International Natural Hair Meetup Day, which is an annual one-day event where people gather in different cities around the world and celebrate the awesomeness, beauty, versatility, and style of natural hair. Now, recruiting and training all of the different hosts in the different cities for International Natural Hair Meetup Day really helped me discover what my purpose is, and that's to help others discover, develop, and deploy their purpose. So that's what I do, known up here on Periscope as a purpose pusher, because I do push people toward their purpose. And I do that through webinars, Periscope stuff, one-on-one consultations, all kinds of stuff, and new stuff that is coming out that I can't wait to share with you all. So this morning, I literally just got my whole life, maybe about a couple of hours ago. I was kind of sluggish. I stayed up late last night. I woke up pretty early this morning, which was which is what I wanted to do. But then I got sluggish and I laid back down and all this kind of stuff. And so I finally woke up again, and I was scrolling through Facebook, I believe. And I'm Facebook friends with this amazing woman, which if you don't know her, please go on Instagram and follow her. Follow her on Twitter. Her name is Valeisha Butterfield-Jones. She is a native of North Carolina and the daughter of U.S. Congressman G.K. Butterfield, who's also the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. And she's married to Dante Jones of the NBA champions, Cleveland Cavaliers. So she's just an amazing person. But even before she was married to Dante, she was doing her own thing. She was head of the youth movement for President Obama's presidential campaign. She worked for Russell Simmons at Def Jam. But she's just this amazingly grounded, sweet, friendly, funny woman, and I absolutely adore her. So anyway, she has this thing, like she's real huge on public service and giving back and literally bringing the next generation along with her. And so she has this this network called WEEN, and it stands for something, and I forgot what it was, but and every summer she does a WEEN Academy for young and younger and college age women to kind of come and really explore themselves, explore what they want to do, and all of this kind of stuff. So today was the first day of the WEEN Academy. And she posted a picture of her talking to the WEEN Academy, and she posted this quote, "The grind isn't pretty." And I was in the recliner, and I sat up. I was like, and for me, it is simple truths are often the most profound. So we know that, right? But do we really know that? And so in that moment, I was just like, sometimes things hit you at a point in time in your experience and in your life where you're like, dang, that is so true. And for me, that is true, because when you see these gorgeous flat lay photos, and when you see, all of these perfectly cropped photos on Instagram, and people are smiling and doing all of these things, and you see them at Essence Fest, and you see them at all of these amazing experiences, you're like, man. But what you don't see, what they will hardly ever show you, is the unpretty part of the grind. Okay. So, like I did a photo last night of my laptop. I had pizza and wings for dinner in my cup, right? So it was all perfectly cropped out. You didn't see that the rest of the table was covered with stuff, books and papers, and my phone and my iPad and all of that kind of stuff. Like, you don't see that. You saw that perfectly cropped photo. So you're thinking, oh, yes, she's just like all neat and pristine, and the grind is pretty. Honey, the grind is far from pretty. If I were to show you my room right now, you would understand the grind is far from pretty. Like, it's like, it is not pretty. So I want to encourage you all. I want to motivate you all. Don't get right, exactly, sitting in a hotel room with nanner pudding and a head wrap on and some pajamas. The grind is not always pretty. So a lot of times, you see these gorgeous flat lay photos, and they talk about visual storytelling and how things need to be just so. Really, and especially if you are the type of person, and you're a coach and things like that, you got to be real. You got to be true. You got to show them that the grind is not always pretty, that you don't always have this really neat desk that's all with this pristine white background and this vase full of peonies or hydrangeas sitting on the thing. Like, it don't be like that. I don't have no flowers on my desk right now. It don't be like that all the time, okay? So you have to please know that the grind isn't pretty. It's not going to be gorgeous flat lay photos and all of this amazing, like all of this like perfectly cropped images like you even see right now. Right. Hey. And it's not going to be like your back seat is full. You can't even periscope from your car because your back seat is full of your grind. You can only, like a lot of days, I can only scope from one part of my house, from one part of my room, because that's the only part that's clean. And I'm still having to move cups and stuff like that because the grind isn't pretty. And so exactly, that's how and why people are driving themselves crazy, because they think the grind is pretty. It is not pretty, okay? It is not pretty. It is hard work and late nights and early mornings and messes that it may take you weeks to clean up. But the grind is worth it. It is absolutely worth it when you produce something that is yours and it is amazing and it has come from the sweat of your brow and from your heart and from your belly, from your spirit, from your heart toward people. It is absolutely worth it. So my motivation, you absolutely do appreciate it more. You are so right. You do appreciate it. And so I just want to encourage you to not get caught up in the gorgeous flat lay photos, and they're beautiful because I try to do them too, even though that's not really my thing. Don't get caught up in the spotlight moments. One, because you don't know what it took for that person to get there. You don't know the unpretty nights and the unpretty days that they had leading up to that moment. Two, that should be motivation to you to keep grinding, to keep pushing, to keep motivating yourself, to keep going. It should be absolute motivation to you that if they can do it, I can do it. There is nothing more special about anybody else than there is about you. You can do exactly what it is that you want to do. You can be exactly who it is that you want to be. Everyone is special, and so you are just as special as anyone else that has the kind of life that you are looking at. The grind isn't pretty, but it absolutely is worth it. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Trendy Socialite. Also follow me. Catch me on my website. Absolutely, you are welcome, because I understand we all get weary in well-doing. And until I saw that post, I too was feeling a little sluggish. And I immediately got up, kind of got myself together, ran out to run some errands, coming back to do this. The grind is not always pretty, but it absolutely is worth it. So you keep focused and you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And just, even if it's just one thing a day, just keep going, just keep pushing. That one step today and another step tomorrow and another step tomorrow, eventually you are going to be where you want to be. but you can't, no matter how slow you may feel like you're moving, don't stop moving. Don't ever stop moving. That's what you have to do, is to not stop moving, okay? So, hi, how are you? Can't stop, won't stop. Absolutely, absolutely. And honestly, you all, like, the Lord just gave me something. And I'm so excited. Like, I'm already so excited. And see, this is the thing too. This is why you always have to be kind of open to just hear, right? And so I'm sitting in the, I'm good. I'm sitting in the bank drive-through waiting for a deposit or something like that. And the Lord just like dropped this. He just gave me the title. That's all he gave me. Oh, thank you. No, I'm not together. Okay, please do. And the Lord just dropped this title and this whole thing I was like, oh God. So I'm like on my phone in Evernote. That's why you need Evernote, because Evernote will help you capture those things. That's why you always just have to be open and just have to have an open mind and an open heart and just be like, okay, just literally, if you can just get to the place where you say, Lord, speak. Just if you can just whisper that. This whole concept I learned when I was working at a church of breath prayers. And it's literally like you inhale and then you say a little prayer. It doesn't have to be long. So you inhale and you say, Lord, speak. On the exhale. You inhale, you say, Lord, speak. Yes, you have to be ready, because I'm telling you, when God speaks, he don't be dropping he drops major stuff that you are like, who, me? Me? Yeah, I learned breath prayers like many, many moons ago. Absolutely love that. Because breathing is a lot of people that practice meditation and things like that, they say to breathe. Rather than saying om and stuff like that, speak to the Lord, talk to the Lord. Like, use that. And to do that, breathing is natural. It calms you. It helps to relegate other functions in your body. Like, it is absolutely necessary, obviously, but but you can use this as a way to maintain that connection with God. You don't have to get on your knees and pray for 20 minutes and untie your bow tie and coming in a Honda. Literally, you can say that on the way to a meeting. I mean, your breath prayers can be so super simple. Lord, help. Lord, speak. Lord bless. Lord, just very, very simple things. Absolutely, the words of our mouths and the meditations of our heart. I'm telling y'all, it works. It works. Old folks used to say, and Pam says it all the time, mind your mouth. When you do these breath prayers, you are minding your mouth. You literally are. You are saying what he says. You are saying what he says. And when you say what he says, then he'll do what you say. So if you say, as you're taking a deep breath in, Lord bless, guess what he's going to do? If you say, Lord speak, guess what he's going to do? If you say, Lord help, guess what he's going to do? Very, very simple. The most simple things in life, like we're always looking for this rhema word, this new word. Go back to what you know. Go back to the old landmark. Like the old saints used to say, go back to the simple truths of life. I promise you that when you do things like that, he absolutely will come through. We always talk about come through. He will come through when you bid him to come. When you say, Lord, do this, Lord, do that, Lord, all kinds of things. He will come through. Absolutely. Because you're one of his children. His word is not going to return to him void. It is going to accomplish what he sets it out to do. And when you you're not even reminding him. When you tell him what he said, he will do what you say, which is what he said. And so it is just, it's just a very simple thing. Simple things like that make major impact in our lives. Oh, sometimes we're always wanting to look for the secret and this secret formula and this secret thing that's going to create instant success. A lot of times it's just these little small changes in our life, just these little small things that make the most profound impact. And if you can't do the little things, why do you think you can do the big things? Little becomes much. When you're faithful in the little things, he'll make you ruler over many. Okay? All right, so remember, the grind isn't always pretty, but it is absolutely worth it. So step over those boxes as you're going to your desk to work this afternoon. Step over the boxes as you're going to work on your stuff this afternoon. Find a little corner in your room, in your house, in your kitchen. Just clear off a little space and get to grinding. Get to doing that. Grind, absolutely. I was looking up grind and it says it's get ready, it's a new day. Okay? So get ready. Even at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's a new day. You can start your new day whenever you want to. It doesn't start at 12 midnight. It starts when you in your mind say, this is a new day. I'm not going to spend this hour like I spent the last hour. I'm not going to spend this hour wallowing and complaining and not doing anything. I'm going to spend this hour, 1 o'clock. I'm going to spend this hour working, grinding, changing my mindset, doing something amazing. That's what you can do. Every day, every hour that you choose to do something new, to adopt new behaviors and new mindsets, it's a new day. And so you can get ready and grind because it's a new day. Yes! All right, y'all, I got to get to work, but I will probably be back because now I'm motivated, I'm pumped, I'm juiced, and I'm excited. So, you all have a great rest of the day. Take care and be blessed.